The Last Breath of Casey Thomas, the finale.
Let's get into this. Let's go.
I like you, Lara. I like you a lot. It's from Nancy James. Nancy takes Lara's knife from her.
Oh no.
And suddenly stabs Lara in the chest. Lara kneels over, her face contorting in pain. She falls to one knee, her body trembling violently. She collapses to the ground as she gasps for air, each breath more labored than the last.
Wow.
Whoa. 2 years earlier,
England.
Ooh, it's a backstory. The lab confirmed it's Henry's remains. I'm so sorry. They buried him alive. Left Henry until he suffocated. He was just beginning to earn Morning's trust, too. How was his cover blown? They pushed him into a corner. Forced Henry to kill an innocent civilian. He refused. Morning knew there, and then Henry wasn't who he claimed to be, and took him out. Oh, 3 years undercover, to be tortured and die in agony. And still, we don't have enough to bring Morning down. Let me go in. I can infiltrate them like I did with the Chester operation. Taylor, this is way more dangerous, and frankly, it's impossible. Morning and his crew don't let anyone get close. Especially now their suspicions will be sky high. You always told me nothing's impossible. What if he gives you the same choice? Forces you to kill an innocent in front of him? That's against everything we stand for. Then we fake it. I don't think it can be done effectively. They're too sharp. Remember before you recruited me, I was studying magic? Yeah, that's why you were perfect for tracking Magi. If we combine two magic concepts, it could work. Suspension of disbelief and multiple outs. Tell me what you're thinking. You keep me under constant surveillance, right? You always know where I am. When he forces a choice, we set up multiple outs. We plant our own people, agents who are in on it. For instance, if I'm at a car wash, all workers and civilians there are one of ours. So no matter who I kill, it won't be an innocent. I like where you're going with this. But it sounds like a logistical nightmare. In the old days, you used gunshot makeup and snap an instant photo. Make it gritty and realistic enough to convince anyone. That gave proof of death. Yeah, it's still standard practice for witness protection moves. Right? But perps are more savvy now. A picture won't cut it. They need to see it happen. More importantly, they need to believe it. We can't just shoot someone and have them act dead. It needs to be undeniably convincing. For this, we need squabs in play. We need to pre-cut the clothes where the shots hit to mimic torn fabric. Use a small pack of blood, but not the cheap stuff. Real blood with its real blood smell. When they give me the choice and I'm forced to shoot, we get that dramatic burst of blood and fabric, combined with the actor's reaction to sell the illusion. What if they force you to kill a different way? Something we can't count on. We have multiple contingencies in play. No matter what, I'll end up attacking one of ours, and we instruct them to pull out a gun on me. With blanks inside, of course. When they do that, I'll turn it back on them. Sounds good in theory, but a lot can go wrong. It's a huge risk. I can do this. It's what I was born for. You've given me the best training. And I have no family. I'm the most expendable asset you have. You're not expendable to me, Taylor. You know what I mean. There's no reason not to send me in. Morning has caused so much bloodshed. And you've always suspected he's connected to something bigger. I can infiltrate them. Together, we can bring him down and avenge everyone he's killed.
No.
Let me think about it. 24 hours later.
Oh.
Let's do it. 2 days later. We got eyes on a target in South End. CI says they're part of morning's crew. I'll have the CI make an introduction. I'm sending over vetted profiles. Pick a new alias. Copy that. 4 hours later.
Wow.
What's your new name? Lyra! Lyra Rapinski, the junkie. Copy that, Lyra. Remember, no one apart from me knows your identity. It's the only way to ensure mission integrity. 3 days later. Got in on the job. It's happening in 2 hours. Bank robbery. This is a large crew. 2 hours later. They made me the lookout. But they don't seem worried about the police. And have heavy firepower. Is Morning with them? Robbing banks doesn't seem like his style. That's true.
Yeah.
No sign of him. And none of them seem religious. They're not in funeral attire. Doesn't match Morning's MO. Maybe they're testing you, Lyra.
Yeah.
Or Taylor, or whatever your name is going to be. This has to be a different organization. I think your CI was wrong. They want me inside. Going in. 7 minutes later. They're torturing the bank manager. He's tied to a chair and hooded. Requesting permission to engage. Negative. Bank alarms have already been triggered. Local police will respond. 10 minutes later. In toilet, they have his wife. And 2 kids threatening to shoot them to get manager to comply. This isn't Morning's crew. I can't let the kids die. Where are police? Unknown. Engage. Lyra confirms the robbery crews. Confronts the robbery crew. In a violent gunfight, blood sprays everywhere. Ooh, it's all captured on the bank's security camera. All clear. Safe to proceed. No further threat. The area is secure. They opened fire first. I took all suspects down. Kids are safe. Bloody hell. What happened? What happened? I got the reason why locals didn't respond. Why? Leader is carrying a badge. What? He's police. They all are. Later that night. Get to the safe house. It's all over the news. The cop massacre. You have to do what we talk about. Once I do that, there's no going back. This is what we need. It'll get me in deep. Just spin it and say those I shot were heroes responding to robbery. Once I leak bank footage of your shooting, you'll go worldwide as a cop killer. That's perfect. 3 weeks later. Ooh. I'm in Manchester. Contact has been made. I had my first meeting with Morning. You infiltrated them. It went great. He asked why I killed them. I said I hated cops. It was enough. Over the next 6 months, Lyra integrated herself into Morning's crew. Mitch is always close by and in constant communication. They created a playbook and made a secret phrase which is only to be used to the end the operation. The phrase is designed to be innocuous in normal conversation. The phrase is, the gardenia always blooms. 1 year later. Ooh. You're giving me more responsibility. The name Nancy James has been mentioned. She's connected to them somehow. They all worship her. Like some effed up cult. Lara gains Morning's trust and he vouched for her to Nancy James. Ooh. Enabling her to infiltrate the inner circle. 48 hours ago. I'm being moved to Scotland. For what? Some meetup is happening. I'm scouting a castle. Oh, checking catacombs. I can meet you here at 3 a.m. when others are asleep. Copy that. Is Morning there? No, he stayed back and is joining later. I heard mention of Highgate Cemetery. Contacts unknown. 5 hours later. I'm heading to London. Agent Warren from the FBI is flying in. There's a Nancy James emergency. You remember me mentioning him? Yeah, you told stories about Warren in training. There are only 2 people in the world I trust with my life. That's you and Warren. Copy that. The next day, I know where they're going. Where? Warren, we need to take this offline. Mitch informs Warren of his covert operation. Together, they come up with a plan to rescue Casey. Mitch attempts to relay this plan to Lara. Copy that. Let's see. I'm not sure if you'll get this message, but Warren is heading in. He knows who you are. Remember those contingency we talked about a few years back? Implement KA 529. When Warren enters the castle, he stealthily communicates with Lyra. You're making me sound like such a demon. The last guardian always blooms. When Warren is asked to pick between him and Casey, Warren shuffles around the table, leans in and whispers something to Casey. What did you tell her? That she needs to pick me. He actually whispered, you're about to fake murder. Give your best performance ever. Die with eyes wide open. Ooh, predictable. Warren's pick me message and his glances to Casey conveys the plan to Lyra. Lyra's knife is precision engineered. With the click of a concealed switch, the blade will retract into the handle. The large handle stores real blood that is jostled when pressured by the retracted blades. All to give the illusion of a convincing murder. Ooh! Lyra pretends to check Casey's dead body but cleverly cuts her free. Ooh. Ready to consume your dear friend? Casey, I'll allow you to watch yourself. Nancy signals. Suddenly Morning and others jump Warren, dragging him back to his seat. He lands a few blows, but there are too many of them. Lara leaps onto the table, brandishing a long knife. I got this. So she holds it to Casey's neck and laughs, then viciously rams the blade in. Casey's eyes widen in absolute agony and shock. A girl yell erupted from deep within, a raw and primal, fading into a raspy, gaspy, broken gasp as she takes her final breath. Oh, so this is all pretense, all fake, it's all planned out, leaving an eerie silence in its wake. You be! Without warning, Laura lunges at Warren, slamming the blade deep into his forehead. For a moment, the blade catches, but with every ounce of her strength, she forces it through, driving it all the way in. Ooh, what? No! Nancy runs to stop Lyra. But the deed is done. Lyra yanks the blade out, a grin spreading across her face. You said you wanted me to prove my loyalty. This is that. Nancy stands flabbergasted. This wasn't her plan. What the hell? I killed them. For you. The room falls into stunned silence. Nancy watches in disbelief as Morning lifts Warren's arm and let it drop lifelessly to the floor. Lyra slices through Casey's restraint, then lifts Casey's arm and drops it limp. Their last breaths were mine, and mine alone to take. No one in this room would dare go against me. Lyra's smile quickly fades as she reads the room. Nancy stares at the lifeless bodies. She's won, but this wasn't her plan. I like you, Lyra. I like you a lot. Nancy takes Lyra's knife from her. And suddenly, shock impact stabs Lyra in the chest. Ooh, Lyra kneels over, her face contorting in pain. She falls to one knee, her body trembling violently. She collapses to the ground as she gasps for air, each breath more labored than the last. Her eyes flutter shut, and with one final choke gasp, she goes still as she takes her last breath. For a split second, Nancy stands motionless, taking it all in, but her gut says something is wrong. Ooh, does Nancy James figure it out? The knife went into Lyra too easily. Her eyes fall upon the blade. Did she figure it out? As she realized she's holding a prop. Ooh, she figured it out. What the? It's retractable! Suddenly, Warren leaps from his seat, snaps the neck of a nearby mourner. Get him! Mourning attacks Warren, who punches back hard. Other creep's face races for the door. Out the way! Move it! Run! Lyra grabs a knife off the table and slashes a mourner as he's leaving. Ah! Casey cuts through her restraints as Lyra takes down more mourners. Ugh! Get off me! Ah! I'm police. Warren and Mourning takes it to the balcony overlooking the moat. Warren, the Lord is my strength and my shield. My heart trusts in him, and I am helped. As they tussle, Warren throws Mourning off balance. No! And over the balcony into the deep water below. Ah! Where's Nancy? I don't know. Warren hurries into the hallway, but he already knows Nancy is long gone. No, she's gone! No! She escaped! Casey, you okay? Yeah, I'm fine. You saved me. Not me. Her. Lyra. Thank you. No sweat. Mitch, we have multiple runners. 1 hour later. More creeps are handcuffed against the wall. Line them all up. Listen up. If any of you try to escape, and I mean make any move whatsoever, they have orders to kill. Screw you. Triple check them all for weapons, then take them away. Well, they search everywhere. Damn it. I don't know how she got away. And Mourning? He was in the water. They're searching the moat, but nothing yet. Oh no. 3 hours later, Warren drives Casey to a remote location. His phone app accidentally catches their last conversation. Casey, I know you've been through a lot, and I get what you're saying, but you don't have to go through this alone. I appreciate that, Warren. Being in that coffin gave me time to think. After everything, especially with the mole at the FBI, neither you or Fisher can know where I'm going. The less you know, the safer I am. Do you know where you're going? No. I don't even know what I'll call myself after today. All I know is I can't be Casey Thomas anymore. The only way to truly escape Nancy is a fresh start, with no ties to my past whatsoever. Whatever happens, just promise me you'll take care of yourself. Thank you for everything. You've always had my back. And it's meant way more than you ever know. Tell Fisher I said goodbye and that I'm grateful for his support. Promise me one thing. What? You kick her A. I promise. See ya, Warren. You have my number if you ever need it. I do, but I truly hope I never have to call you. Me too. Take care, Casey. Wherever you go, whoever you become, Oh, what? Is that the end? Really? Well, first of all, I'm really glad that Warren and Casey came out alive. Turns out that Lyra is not a bad criminal and turns out to be working with Mitch, the M15 guy. So she's actually a good person, a good guy.
Yeah.
Now it's all starting to make more sense. And I'm glad that it had a semi-happy ending. And I really hope they catch Nancy James and they find Morning too.
Where'd he go?
Yeah.
He just.
Can't wait to see if there's any continuation of the story.
Yeah.
I would love to find out. And I would love for them to catch Nancy James. Yep. Well, what do you guys think of this series? Leave it in the comment section.
Yeah. And be sure to like and subscribe to our channel. See you there, guys. Bye.
Bye.
Until we meet again.